Hey guys, so as you could tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing the first of many episodes in this series. Yes, I have started a brand new series on my channel. It is the first series that I have ever started, and I of course wanted it to be makeup related. So this is Beauty by Books. So for the first look that we're going to be doing, we're going to be taking inspiration from the Hazel Wood by Melissa Albert. And it's this really crazy kind of fairy tale, I want to say. So it involves the real world and a fairy tale, and basically it has to do with a girl and her grandmother and her mother, and there's a curse throughout. I want to say there's a curse throughout their whole family. These characters basically come after them in the real world. And of course it all takes place in the Hazelwood, majority of it, which is this fictional land that the grandmother Althea came up with. So without giving away too much, I hope you all understand the overall premise of the book, and let's just get into the makeup. So I want to start off with my eyes, of course, because I'm gonna be dealing with a lot of dark colors, so I'm gonna do a lot of grays and blacks and silvers and golds, so just like the cover. And the cover art is so nice on this book. So I'm going to be going in to the James Charles Morphe palette. And I actually recently just got his brushes from his collaboration with Morphe, so I'm going to be testing those out in this video as well. So we're going to be taking the Morphe M441 brush and going into Punch Me, which is the perfect transition shade, actually my favorite transition shade from this entire palette. And we're just going to be taking, oh wait, I completely forgot, I am so tired. I completely forgot that we didn't even go in with our eye primer, so I'm going to be taking the NYX eyeshadow base in the color Skin Tone, and I don't have my brush with me right here in my setup, so I'm just going to be taking my finger and using that. And it's important to use an eyeshadow primer to prevent creasing, or even if your eyelids get super oily like mine, it'll actually wear down the eyeshadow over time. Okay, so we're going to be taking the transition shade yet again now that our eyes are all primed. And just putting that into our crease, because I think we're gonna do a cut crease for this look, because I think that would actually be really nice. Yeah, these brushes are actually pretty nice, like everyone says, but I don't know, we're just using one brush right now, so we'll see how the other brushes perform. I honestly have no idea which brush to use. Okay, so now we're going to be taking the Morphe M456 brush, which is a little mini blending brush, and going into the black in the palette. And we're just going to be taking that into our crease right here. Oof. And you are going to want to go a little bit above your crease, just because we're going to be cutting the crease in a little bit. And because we're going to be cutting the crease, probably shouldn't have taken the eyeshadow down right here. So before you cut the crease, your eyelid actually looks really crazy. We're going to be going back in with some concealer just to cut the crease, and I'll show you how to do that in a second if you don't already know how. These two eyes would look so similar if I hadn't have done this right here in the bottom, but that is so easily fixable with the concealer, we're just going to move on. And I'm not familiar with what each brush does, so I'm just sliding them back into the little pouch that they came in because it has the description on it, so eventually I'll get it, but that'll take some time. I'm going to be going in with a Morphe M431 brush, which is a precision pencil crease brush, so it's really fine and detailed. We're going to be going in with this really dark brown right above the black, and we're just going to be taking that a little bit above, just to add a sharpness to the look. So I actually read this book, I want to say a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, and it was a really cute book. I had heard about it from booktubers here on YouTube, and some of them liked it, some of them didn't, so that kind of sparked my interest in just reading it for myself. And I actually prefer it when people have different opinions than me, because I like hearing the other person's opinion and seeing their side of things. So now we're going to be taking the Morphe M224 brush, which is this oval coverage brush, and we're going to be using that to take our concealer to cut the crease. So I'm going to do the same from this eye to this eye. We're going to be setting it with a little bit of powder, and I'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so right now we are all done with our cut crease. This is what it looks like. I kind of am preferring this side over this side. So now we are going to be taking this really nice gold in the palette, and we're going to be taking that on the Morphe 124 brush. Just putting that on our eyelid. And it's a really pretty kind of sheer gold shimmer color. But this is just going to act as a base for us. So I think so far it's coming out pretty well, but again, it's a work in progress, so we'll just see. So now we're going to go in with even more intense kind of gold foil shade. We're just putting that on both ends of our Morphe M124 brush, and we're going to be taking a little bit of setting spray. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And I feel like this is adding just a little bit more shimmer and depth, but not as much as I wanted. Now we're going to be taking that exact same brush that we used for our concealer, the Morphe M224. We're going to be going in to this Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the color Brass. We're just going to be layering the Color Couture loose glitter on top of that. And this is just to match the foil that's on the cover. So instead of just swiping it on, we're going to be tapping it on just to not remove the eyeshadow that we just put down as our base. And this is perfect to be using a loose glitter eyeshadow after, because it makes it a little bit of a sticky, tacky surface for that to go on right after. Ooh, I picked up a whole bunch, as you could see. Hopefully I don't get it all everywhere. But on the side that we used first, you're just going to be putting that on. Okay, so now that we have the glitter on our eyelids, I'm just going to be going in with some white eyeliner, lining my eyes with a wing, and some black eyeliner on top of that, just like our Valentine's Day look with the Jeffree Star liquid lip as the pink, and then we layered the black on top. So if you haven't seen that, I'll have that linked in the description down below, but I'll see you guys in a few more seconds to continue with the look. Okay guys, so I just put on my white eyeliner. I used the NYX white liquid liner, and I got this at Ulta, and I also used my NYX matte black liner that I also got at Ulta. I've kind of transitioned from using Jordana, strictly Jordana cat eyeliner, to using the NYX liquid matte eyeliner, and I really like this applicator. Kind of reminds me of a paintbrush. Anyway, it's a really nice applicator, and it's the same with the white eyeliner. And so what I did was I layered on the white eyeliner first and did a cat eye with it, and then right after I lined just a little bit below the white liner. I have no idea if, yeah, you could tell with this eye, but I layered it just underneath just to have the white liner peeking out a little bit. And I really like this technique that I'm starting to use with the eyeliner. Instead of doing like a double wing or a triple wing like some people do, I'm just layering my wing with different colors, and I think it has a really nice effect. So I'm just gonna finish putting on the rest of my regular face makeup, and I'll see you guys in just a few seconds to finish out the look, to add some last minute tiny details that kind of integrate even more into the book. So if you've read the book, if you've read the Hazel Wood, one of the huge aspects of the book are 3 items. So the feather, the comb, and the bone, which just follow you throughout the entire story, and I kind of want to integrate that into the look, so I think I'm just going to put them right here on the cheek or something, and we're again going to be using those 2 eyeliners to complete that look, and I'll see you as soon as my regular face makeup is all done. Okay guys, so I just put on my full face of makeup. So I did my concealer, my foundation, my powder, and my contour, but I didn't do highlight because I wanted to hop on here and do this Beauty Creations Unicorn Tears liquid highlight with you. And it's this rose gold kind of color, and it has this serum dropper applicator. So you just put it right here and right here, and I just put it on the tip of my nose. So my brother Xavier, you have all seen him in past videos and everything. He comments on my highlight yesterday. As soon as I get home from work, he's telling me, what's that on your nose? And I'm just like, what? Because I was so tired yesterday. So he tells me, what's that on your nose? And I'm thinking, I'm just like, oh, it's my highlight. And he tells me, it don't look good. I was like, excuse me? He's like, it just don't look natural. I'm like, okay. So I feel like the liquid highlights are a little bit more forgiving on dry skin compared to powder highlights. And not only that, but it also has this sheer kind of finish that makes it absorb into the skin, making it just look more natural. So I'm just gonna go put on my magnetic lashes and I'll be right back for the lip. Okay, so I'm back from putting on my magnetic eyelashes, and it was a process because I actually was putting the wrong lashes together. In case none of you have used magnetic lashes, there are 2 strips of lashes for each eye, and your natural eyelash goes right in between the 2 fake ones, and the 2 fake ones just connect. I honestly forgot one important crucial step, which is the highlight right here, highlighting your brow bone and your inner corner of your eye with eyeshadow. So I'm going to be taking the Morphe M506, going into this white right here in this huge pan, and just putting it right here. And the battery on this camera is actually going to die any second, so I'm just going to let it charge for a little bit, and I'll be back just to finish up the look with a little bit of like little details right around this area, so the feather, the comb, and the bone that are associated with the Hazel Wood. Okay, so the power went out and I'm downstairs, so it's all completely dark down there. So as you can see, I did the feather, the comb, and the bone. I think the bone came out the best out of all of them. The feather kind of looks like a white tree, but the comb looks decent. So we're just going to be completing the look with these lip products. So I'm using the Tarte Tartist liquid lipstick in the color Bling. I'm going to be putting that on my lips. And I'm also going to be putting on the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in the color Foxy. Okay, so that is it for this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, you're all strong, articulate, independent individuals, and I love you all. Bye!